30 years of dedication.
การงานชีวิตควรจะเป็นของเราและเราก็ควรจะเป็นผู้จัดการ
It's your life, and you should be the manager of your life. To follow your whims is to subject your life to fate. If you don't understand your own life, how can you be your life's manager? At a tiny spot, under an enormous sky, the leader of a Sok people was born. The date was June 5th, 1934, in Sisaket province. His given name is Rak Rakpong. We call him Pautan Samana Potirak, or Pautan for short. He is the oldest son of Mr. and Mrs. Tong Suk and Bunhom. He graduated with an associate's degree in fine arts from Pot Chang College of Arts and Crafts, now called Ratchamongkon Institute of Technology. While studying, he slept in the dormitory of the sons of army officers, where a famous colonel was in charge. He received an award for the highest, most distinguished honors on January 1st, 1956. And he held the positions of head of class, head of classroom, student president, and chairman of an exhibition by all vocational school students in Bangkok. After graduation, he got work with the Thai TV Company Limited, Channel 4. He started as a producer for such shows as Smart Kids Show, Youngster Athletics, Scouts, Alphabet Garden, Language Games, Brain Sharpening, Science Problem Demonstrations, a singing competition program, as well as a wide variety of other programs. Rak Rakpong also worked several side jobs. He was a tutor at various schools, a radio and TV show performer, and a writer-composer of many songs. At just 36 years old, Rak Rakpong had met with success in several fields. Notably, he became famous for several songs that he wrote and composed for a movie called Tone. And in this same year, 1970, Pautan threw it all away. Without hesitation, he abandoned his possessions, fame, wealth, and worldly happiness because he had found the highest uncountable treasure, inestimably more valuable than any material possession. He became an anakarika, which is a layperson who renounces possessions and lives as simply as possible. He lived in the mangrove forest at Asokaram Temple in Samut Prakan province. Later, on November 7th, 1970, he ordained as a monk in the Tamayut sect at Asokaram Temple. His preceptor, Pra Rachavarakun, gave him the name Pra Potirakito. Not long after he ordained, his preceptor gave him the chance to give Dhamma talks at Asokaram Temple, and others invited him to give Dhamma talks at other temples, such as Ta Tong Temple, Awut Temple, Noranat Temple, and Mahatat Temple. Here, people could freely express ideas, but it was at Lan Asok, a large field at Asokaram Temple, that he became renowned for explaining Dhamma in fine detail and for the lightning in his assertions. Because he expounded the Dhamma in extremely clear-cut, easy-to-understand terms, he gained a following of very faithful people who verified his teachings through their own practice. This group consisted of lay people, monks who disrobed after listening to his teachings, and monks from both sects, Mahanikai and Tamayut. Dan Asok Temple in Nakhon Pathom Province. The first Asok Temple was regarded as the territory for the practice and nurturing of Asok people, to make the tiny group strong and steady. This practice consisted, in part, of strictly following the precepts and 13 austere practices required of a monk, including eating only once a day. Our Dhamma teachings and Dhamma practice, clearly different from the mainstream, resulted in resistance from some groups. This is because of the stark contrast between Asok teachings and practice and those of the mainstream. Later on, we were persecuted and various rights were taken away by the Council of Elders until it became very difficult to coexist. On August 6, 1975, at Nongkratum Temple in Nakhon Pathom Province, in front of 180 monks of the same province, the Order of Asok monks announced that they would no longer submit to the authority of the Council of Elders. Spreading the Dhamma. Besides giving Dhamma talks, Pa Tan also writes books explaining Buddhist theory and practice. Writing books has been a main vehicle of his, with his motto, "We will flood the world with Dhamma publications." Room of Heavenly Images Printing House was the source of Dhamma publications for the first generation of Asok people. Mr. Chuan and his relatives were always helpful in many ways. In 1977, the Dhammasanti Foundation was established. 1 year later, we established the Dhammasanti Printing House in order to print Dhamma publications to give away for free to the general population. This was Asok's first printing house. Another means of propagating Dhamma came in the form of the Gong Thap Dharm Foundation. It came into being on February 4th, 1981, with the national hero, General Jamlong Simuang, as the foundation's chairman. The group was formed when Asok monks, male and female novices, and Asok laypeople from all over the country joined forces and participated in an event called the Restoration of Visakha Puja Day at Floating Island in Lumpini Park in Bangkok in May 1981.
กรุงเทพมหานคร
Afterwards, the group was invited all over the country to train teachers, government workers, local people, and students at all levels of education. This generated lots of interest in the Asok group.
ซึ่งได้รับความสนใจและประสบความสำเร็จด้วยดีเสมอ
Then in 1986, the Santi Asok group stopped doing such training because the time had come for us to toughen and temper ourselves to advance in our own Dhamma practice, so that we could solidify and strengthen our own foundations. The Santi Asok legal case.
กรณีสันติอโศก
Although Pa Tan and the order of Asok monks were able to lead us to start following the precepts and generally practice Buddhism, help us to redirect our lives towards morality and wholesomeness, they were being accused of all sorts of things.
ชาวอโศกก็ยังถูกกล่าวโทษต่างๆนานาจนกระทั่ง
In 1989, about 400 mainstream monks met at the Puttamonton Meeting Hall in Nakhon Pathom Province, where the religious leaders made formal charges against Pa Tan.
จังหวัดนครปฐม
And the public prosecutors submitted charges on July 21st, 1989.
ส่วนอัยการได้ยื่นฟ้องต่อศาลเมื่อวันที่ 21 กรกฎาคม พุทธศักราช 2532
Aside from Pa Tan, 79 other Asok monks and female novices were also charged.
และสิกขมาศ
The court took 6 years and 6 months to finish considering the case.
ศาลใช้เวลาพิจารณาคดีอยู่นานถึง 6 ปี 6 เดือน คดีจึงสิ้นสุด
During the court case, we all carried on the work of Buddhist practice without let up.
พระธรรมจักรก็ยังดำเนินไปอย่างไม่หยุดยั้ง
Asok Buddhist communities. We develop ourselves and our communities to be strong and self-reliant and to run businesses which benefit the country.
ที่เป็นประโยชน์เกื้อกูลแก่
Our first community was born because lay members living Buddhist lifestyles in line with the teachings of Pa Tan, Samana Potidak, wanted to live close to the temples and live together as a group. The following communities have been founded at Asok temples.
จึงเกิดขึ้นตามพุทธสถานต่างๆ คือ
Pathom Asok Temple in Nakhon Pathom Province was established on July 28, 1980. 4 years later, in 1984, the first Asok community came to be.
ต่อมาในปีพุทธศักราช 2527 จึงได้เกิดชุมชนปฐมอโศก เป็นชุมชนชาวอโศกชุมชนแรก
The 20-acre, 8-hectare community area sits adjacent to the temple area. At first, we had fewer than 100 people here, and our main job was agriculture. In 1988, we started producing daily necessities for our own use. In order to reduce expenses, we made such things as shampoos, clothes washing liquids, and dishwashing liquids. Later on, more and more people became interested in Asok products, so we expanded production and started selling. And we increased production of herbal medicines. At present, herbal medicines have become a main product at Pathom Asok.
ปฐมอโศก
ปฐมอโศกบ้านเราทางเกวียนสายเก่ามอซอ
พุทธสถานศรีสะอโศก
Sisa Asok Temple in Sisagate Province was founded on January 23, 1976, amidst extreme poverty in an area nicknamed where people eat dirt.
แห้งแล้งคนอดอยากยากไร้จนได้รับการกล่าวขานว่าเป็นดินแดนที่คนกินดิน
But when Asok members got together and formed this community, we were able to breathe new life into the soil, so that presently our fertile soil produces good harvests. We do the 3 occupations that can salvage the nation. We recycle, make compost, and do organic farming. We make cleaning liquids like those at Potomac, and we make processed foods using produce from our organic agriculture. We are a largely self-reliant community of about 300 people with various workstations. Both government and private organizations increasingly visit us. Sali Asok Temple in Nakhon Sawan Province was born on June 6, 1976, in a dry, parched part of the country. But Asok Buddhists got together to form Sali Asok community and dug a large pond for agricultural use. We are becoming more and more bountiful all the time. We are self-sufficient, and our main source of income for community development comes from herbal shampoo sales. People stop by regularly to learn more about our community. Santi Asok Temple in the Bungum area of Bangkok was started up on August 7th, 1976, because Asok members got together to form Santi Nakhon community. The culture here is like that of old Thai cities of the past, so the surroundings are very different from other Asok communities. Most members have jobs and incomes from outside the community, while some work at companies in the community. Palangbun Limited, Pha Apai Limited, Da Chiwit Limited, and Friends Helping Friends Cooperative. Income derived from community workstations does not exceed the extremely modest 3,000 baht per month, and some temple residents and non-residents work for free at our vegan-vegetarian restaurant, at our Dhamma Publications printing house, at the Dhamma Santi Foundation, and at the Buddhist Practitioners Association. Sima Asok Temple in Nakhon Ratchasima Province came alive on October 11th, 1990. We are mostly self-reliant and have 2 main activities. They are organic farming and commerce. Asok members from all over the country often stop by, stay the night, and have a meal because we are conveniently located midway between other Asok locations. Pupa Pha Nam Temple in the hills of Matang district of Chiang Mai Province was formed in 1995 with the main purpose of making it a place for newly ordained monks. They must come here to study the Vinaya, sort of Buddhism's Bible, for 5 years. It is situated among lavish forest and great mountains at an elevation of 800 meters, so the weather is cool to cold most of the year.
ระดับความสูงจากน้ำทะเล800 เมตร
Here we are a small community emphasizing natural agriculture, preservation of natural resources like soil, water, forest, and wild animals. We learn to live sustainably in a forest. This community is quite different from other Asok communities.
จากชุมชนอื่นๆของชาวอโศกสังฆสถานราชธานีอโศก
Rajthani Asok Temple was founded in 1997.
ราชธานีตั้งขึ้นเมื่อปีพุทธศักราช 2540
This is the first Asok temple to be established after the community was established.
ชุมชนราชธานีอโศก
The community was founded on June 5, 1994, in a low-lying flatland surrounded by large and small marshes, canals, forest, thickets, and the large Moon River. There are few large trees because the area gets flooded every year. Yet we don't get discouraged. We strive for self-sufficiency by planting vegetables, fruits, rice, growing mushrooms, and produce products for sale for community development. We also use this money for semi-monthly farmer training courses conducted at the temple. Aside from those above, other Asok communities all over the country are gradually taking form. One more thing about the communities, we run them all under the principles of Bunniyom or Meritism. This is our alternative to the inherently sinful capitalism. Bunniyom at the level of giving away for free. Dhamma publications are food for the soul that Asok people have given away for free and freely for a long, long time. A few of our publications which come out regularly are San Asok, Dok Ya, Dok Bua Noi, Sang Sun, and those that come out on various special occasions. In 1982, we gathered to give away free vegetarian food at a vegetarian merit booth that we set up on His Majesty the King Bhumibol Adulyadej's birthday, December 5th, at the Royal Grounds in Bangkok with the deepest respect, appreciation, and gratitude towards His Majesty. We have continued to give away free vegetarian food at these merit booths every year on his birthday. We have also spread these booths into various provinces. On the auspicious occasion of His Majesty the King's 72nd birthday in 1999, Asok members joined hearts and minds to set up merit booths at 720 locations all over the country. We do this out of love and faith in our King. In addition to serving the population on His Majesty the King's birthday, we also do this on other important days.
ก็มีการจัดโรงบุญมังสวิรัติแจกอาหารฟรีให้กับผู้บริโภคด้วย
Bunniyom at the level of selling below cost. From 1980 to 1983, Asok members got together to hold our New Year's festival at Santi Asok Temple. We set up booths selling various things below our cost as a way to make merit. We can call this the righteous market. The number of members coming to set up booths increased, making Santi Asok Temple too small. So, from 1984 to 1997, we held the festival at Pathom Asok. Although Pathom Asok is a large place, the number of buyers and sellers eventually overflowed the field. Potomac had become too small, and traffic became too congested. Also, selfish, greedy people came to buy things cheaply or steal outright, then turn around and sell them at a high cost. Buddhists call this wrong occupation. So we moved the festival to the spacious Ratchathani Asok in Ubon Ratchathani province in 1998. Bunniyom at the level of selling at cost or selling below regular market prices. Asok trade policy is as follows. 1. Sell at low prices. 2. Never ever cheat anyone. 3. Be diligent and industrious. 4. Be meticulous and frugal. 5. Be honest and serve selflessly. In the very early years of Asok, the only commerce we did was sell books, and few at that. Afterwards, in 1982, we opened a vegetarian restaurant called the Vegetarian Society of Thailand in the Jatujak area of Bangkok, and later on moved to the front of Santi Asok Temple in Bangkok. The society has 2 branches outside of Bangkok. One is in Nakhon Ratchasima and the other is in Chiang Mai. Additionally, in various Asok communities, we have shops selling various things under the Bunniyom system, especially at Santinakhon community in Bangkok. Here we have Palang Bun Limited selling a variety of daily necessities retail. Dad Chiwit Limited sells various daily necessities wholesale. Fa Apai Limited prints publications that have meaning and value, and Asok's monthly magazine, What We Think. Tamatat Society sells all sorts of Dhamma publications. All these activities are run using the following principles that Pa Tan teaches. Sell quality products at low prices, be honest, generous, and thoughtful, and buy and sell everything with cash, nothing on credit. 3 occupations that can salvage the nation. Pa Tan gives great significance to agriculture. He says that only 3 occupations can salvage the nation. They are natural agriculture, recycling, and organic compost production. Thailand's climate is perfect for agriculture, so Pa Tan stresses again and again that we Asok people must do natural agriculture. As the Buddha taught, food is number 1 in the world, because everyone has to eat. So, all Asok communities plant vegetables and fruits, field crops, rice, and strives for self-reliance. We have systems for recycling garbage, and we use organic waste for making compost to use in our gardens. Bunniyom education. Pa Tan sees that the deterioration of education in present-day society stems from an overemphasis on bookwork. The more one studies, the more selfish one becomes. So he gave us the following principle for our Bunniyom education philosophy. Be solid with the precepts. Be skilled at work. Be first-rate in studies. All right education schools are boarding schools, are private, charitable organizations, and are registered with the Education Ministry. Students don't pay any fees whatsoever, and teachers don't get any salary. We have School of Life for adults, which is completely independent of any government oversight. And, as with our boarding schools, there are no student fees at all and no teacher salaries. Annual gatherings of Asok. In order to strengthen and support our religious energies, we Asok people from all over the country gladly get together for the following yearly gatherings. New Year's Festival is held at Ratchathani Asok at the time of saying goodbye to the old year and welcoming the new year. The family of Asok people join together in selflessness by selling merchandise below cost. Puttapisek Sut Yot Patihan, held at Sali Asok Temple, is for intensifying one's Dhamma practice for the whole 7 days of the gathering and to dig deeply into the heartwood of Buddhism so as to clarify our understanding of proper practice. People attending the gathering vow to strictly follow the 8 precepts. ปลุกเสกพระแท้ๆของพุทธ is held at Sisa Asok at the beginning of April. The aims are the same as Puttapisek. บูชาพระบรมสารีริกธาตุ and Asok Ramluk are held from the 9th to the 10th of June and are easygoing and unpretentious get-togethers. Mahapavarana is held at Pathomasok Temple for 4 days after the 3-month Buddhist Lent. The first 2 days are when all Asok monks meet to receive comments on, to adapt, and to develop individual and group practice of Dhamma, while the latter 2 days are for lay people to make merit. Religious objects. In 1993, Pa Tan led us in building the 1,000-year sanctuary of the most excellent relics of the Buddha, which is the core of the heart and soul of Asok people. Inside this stupa, there are more than 1,000 most excellent relics of the Buddha, 10 Buddha images in various postures, soil from Buddhism's 4 holy sites in India, 3 bow leaves believed to be from the tree where the Buddha realized enlightenment, and commemorative coins marking the 50th wedding anniversary of His Majesty the King and Her Majesty the Queen. These were placed in the stupa on Visakha Bucha Day, May 31st, in 1996, and respectfully welcomed into the dome of the 1,000-year sanctuary. For the 30 years that Pa Tan has been propagating the teachings of the Buddha to the whole of humanity, he has benefited the entire world immensely, especially the hearts and minds of people. He has imparted wisdom to people who have a minimum of dust in their eyes, helped them gain light and clarity, right understanding, to know good, to know bad, to know sin, to know merit, and to stop doing bad and start doing good. It all started with only one monk, Pa Tan, but has blossomed into a group of 100 monks, 25 female novices, and male and female temple residents. And there are many lay people who follow either 5 or 8 precepts. All of us Asok people are deeply moved and appreciate the immense kindness that Patan has for us and for the whole of humanity. We persevere in following the teachings and admonishments of Patan in order to reach the goals at the end of our road. These are to be joyful and sparkling, to be frugal, to be courteous and polite, to be calm and peaceful, to have extinguished all desires, to have terminated all indulgences.
ใจ